Right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Quadash, double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Temple of the Truth. And sincere peace, blessings, and salutations to you, Hakim, across the four corners of the earth, pushing this knowledge, the truth, and the sincerity. So, Brother Bars off in the gym as Arizona Camp, Lord will, with another quick lesson to edify. All right, and little walk and talk to something that I was going into Acts the 17th chapter after watching the video by Elder Apostle Ariam Lab, and I got one queued up to watch from the brother Bakar Moth out there from the Men of Valor camp, but going into the Church of Berea, and they were bringing out some great points. They're saying that our people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which are the children of Israel, when you come into the knowledge of the truth, you have to apply the mindset of the Church of Berea. Okay, because so here's the thing, and this is why we believe the true prophets are the men of Great Millstone, is because a lot of us came into this truth and first heard of the truth from other camps. Hey, that's a fact. You could talk to other brothers and they'll tell you that, yeah, I came in listening to this camp or that camp, or I first came in, listening to this teacher or that teacher, and then they came to find out that those teachers didn't have the whole truth. They didn't have 100% truth, and then they find themselves with the men of Great Millstone, listening to the elder and apostles, or the apostles and elders on down. And once they came to Great Millstone, then that's where they made their home. That's when they knew that they had found the whole truth that they had been looking for. And how did they find that? Because those brothers applied the scriptures. It's important not just to read and to know and to be able to pull precepts, but we actually have to live by the things that we read. We have to apply these scriptures. We have to apply them to our lives. And that's what men, here at Great Millstone, this is what we teach, and then, therefore we apply that same mindset of the Church of Berea. This is Acts 17:10. And it says, and the brethren immediately sent away Paul and Silas by night unto Berea, who coming thither went into the synagogue of the Jews. All right. Verse 11, it says, these were more noble than those in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind. So those of Berea, they are ready to be taught. They're ready to receive the word of the Lord. As were we. But then it says, and search the scriptures daily, whether those things were so. So let's read that, verse 11 in the NLT. It says, and the people of Berea were more open-minded than those in Thessalonica, because those in Thessalonica was bucking up, talking shit, saying, hey, these people coming, they shaking things up, they saying that there's another king other than Caesar, blah, blah, blah. See, they were talking shit, but the Church of Berea had a more humble, open mind state, that they're ready to receive whatever truth it is that Paul was preaching. And then what were they going to do? It says, and search the scriptures daily, whether those things were so. Hey, they were going to do the research. They were going to go into the scriptures and prove whether or not the things that were being taught unto them checked out, whether they were true. They just weren't going to believe them just because Paul said it. You see? No, that wasn't going to be enough. They didn't apply respect of persons to the message. They went into the scriptures to see if what was being spoken aligned with what was written. And that's a lesson for all of us to take and coming into this truth and how we should conduct ourselves, because the scriptures tell us that we all working out our own salvation. Let me see. We're all working out our own salvation. This is Philippians 2:12. It says, "Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling." See? So we all got to work out our own salvation. It's an individual fight, but we're collectively in this body. You know, when you got brothers around you, like-minded, that are helping one another to fight, to continue to fight. All right? Picking one another up when we fall, feeding one another with knowledge and understanding, edifying one another to continue to fight this fight. But it's the things that you do in your body, the decisions and the works that you perform while you had liberty, that's going to deliver you. That's going to that you're going to have to give account for, I should say, in a day of judgment. All right? It's an individual thing. You know, even though we're amongst this body, we each individually have to be doing the right things according to the scriptures in order to receive that salvation. See? All right. So we all got to work out our own salvation. So if your salvation matters to you, you are you're best to make sure you're searching things out to make sure that the decisions that you make, okay, and the things that you believe are in alignment with the truth, are in alignment with the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You want to be sure of that, because your soul is at stake here. Your deliverance, your salvation. So if that means anything to you, then you will be searching out these scriptures, man. All right? You won't just be taking any man's word for anything. You'll prove it to yourself. All right? So these things are fortified in your mind, seared into your conscience, and so you'll develop that. You'll become rooted in what you believe. You see? All right? This is straight and to the point. It says 1 Thessalonians 5:21 says, "Prove all things, hold fast to that which is good." See? The NLT says, test everything that is said. How do you test it? Through searching out the scriptures, through study. All right, you got to go into these scriptures, and you can't just believe it, man, when they tell you that the MOTB is sin. When you go into the scriptures and you go into the etymology of words and it don't add up, then you have the prophets that are teaching you the truth of the matter, all right, and you just don't want to take heed. Well, look, that's going to cause many of our people to perish, all right? They're going to go down in flames because instead of believing in the word, they believe in a man, all right? A man that is set up to deceive. 2 Timothy 2:15, it says, "Study to shew thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth." So you got to be able to discern, all right? You got to be able to divide the word of truth. When someone is speaking falsehoods, all right, and deceit, you'll be able to identify that better if you went into the scriptures and studied for yourself and got that understanding for yourself. Without that understanding, then you're ripe to be deceived and to be led astray. All right? So it's a form of fortification. It's a form of keeping you in a line on the right path towards salvation when you have taken the time, you sat down with the scriptures, you studied, you prayed to Yahweh Shem Yahushua to sup with you, all right? And he gave you and led you down the right path and gave you, you know, the right knowledge, okay, that's going to lead into life and salvation. 1 John 4:1, it says, "Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of the Most High, because many false prophets are going out into the world." And that's the warning. That's what you have to understand. Everybody that has a Bible in their hand, that are speaking in the name of Yahweh Shai, or not, most high in Christ bless, you know, whatever they call, but they're calling themselves Israelites. They're not set up to tell you the truth. All right, they're not set up to tell you the truth, and a way that you can find that out is by searching out the scriptures. If you apply the mindset of the Church of Berea, you will find errors in these doctrines that are being pushed out here by the IUIC, the ISUPK. You're gonna find them, okay, because they're loud and they're obvious and they're glaring. But without that your own knowledge base of the scriptures, all right, if you come in with that Christian church mindset where you just think you don't have to do anything but show up on Sunday and listen to whatever the pastor say, all right, then your ass is going to be led astray. Okay? You're never going to receive the knowledge of the truth. Okay? It requires labor. It requires that you use your free time, your leisure time, to apply into the study of the word of the Lord. You see? Last scripture I'm going to get, man, because the point was being made. All right, we got to search out these scriptures. You got to study. Okay? This isn't about following man. This is about following Yahweh Shem Yahushua through the Spirit. Okay? This is what it's about, and no matter who is the messenger is, we have to prove all things unto ourselves. All right, so that we're building up our faith, so that we're fortified and we're deeply rooted in the things that we believe, the truth of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay, this is Isaiah 9:16. It says, "For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed." Morning. All right, so let me read that back again. It says, Isaiah 9:16. It says, "For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed." All right. Okay, you get tied in with one of these leaders because you are taken by their charm, okay, by their speech, you know, the way that they bring out the scriptures, their garments, okay, the congregation, the numbers that they built up, and you're not paying attention to what's being taught. You're going to find yourself in the line to get the MOTB, but you're going to find yourself all fucked up because you rolled up your sleeve, man, and took that snake venom. All right? Or you're going to be thinking that when you die, you're going to burn in hell forever. Thinking that you can have sex on the Sabbath. And you're doing no wrong. All right? But that's because these leaders are causing people to err. They teach you to do the wrong things so that you're going to be found in error. And there's going to be no excuse because the true prophets are actually out there proclaiming the real truth. All right? And they're rebuking the things that these leaders are saying. So it's up to you to take heed to it or not. But regardless of what you decide, okay, if you refuse the real truth, then you're going to have to deal with the consequences. All right, so anyway, with that, Lord willing, the lesson has been edifying. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace to the hopeful elect out there. Until next time, I'm going to say shalom.